Hey, Fight fans, 12 miles from Mid-Atlantic MMA, joined by Aaron Meisner. Just coming off a win at M1 Selection, the second show down here in Atlantic City after about a 6-month layoff. Aaron, congratulations on your third win in a row now.
Thank you.
After your first 2 fights this year, you built up a lot of momentum, but you hurt your knee in the Locked in the Cage show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Matrix show. Did it feel like you lost momentum? Or was it just a chance to train and get healthy?
Yeah, it was more like a chance to train to get healthy. It was just like a hyperextension of the knee. It wasn't anything too bad, but it was just, I couldn't walk too good, you know, so I went to the doctor and they just gave me a cortisone shot, and it was like 3 days later, it was like back to normal. So I trained for it. I mean, I trained on it after that, and I had a fight on the Ring of Combat, and then that was because I had a contract to fulfill, but we found out the contract was expired, so we got rid of that fight, and then we were looking for a fight to do on the 19th of June. I was training for that, but that fell through, and this one came up kind of last minute. And since I was training for prior fights, it kind of just like flowed right into this one, and it just gave me a chance. I actually found a new stand-up coach, which I was lacking in my last 5 fights. I was probably lacking a stand-up coach, which was like my bread and butter, you know. But that gave me a chance to like, you know, kind of like tighten up my jiu-jitsu game. But once I found, you know, his name's Crew Eric from Nakamura Gym. Once I got in touch with him and really started working my stand-up, you know, everything kind of fell into pieces, like with the jiu-jitsu and the stand-up. It just made me much more of a confident fighter, and I just couldn't wait for tonight to go out there and do what I do, you know. So.
And that's what a lot of people were talking about in January. The concern was your ground game. You got hooked up with the Big LaRace brothers at Balance Studios, and then you won 2 submission wins, which is really was out of character for you. Tonight you come in, victory by Muay Thai knees, look outstanding, 25-second victory. So your stand-up's back.
Yeah, definitely. I already knew how this guy was going to react to me, and the game plan was to attack him because I watched a few of his fights, and he's an aggressive guy, but he's kind of wild.
Right.
And I just knew that if I attacked him, I was throwing out his game plan. So I went after him, and the whole game plan was to put him in a corner and just to let unload on him, you know. And that's what happened. Put him in a corner, unloaded on him. I think I broke his rib with the first knee I threw, and he was asking the ref to stop the fight. And I don't think the ref heard him, so I just kept on, you know, uppercut, left hook. I think I kneed him in the face once, and I took his heart away from him the first hit. I took his heart, you know.
Now, is this your first time fighting in a boxing ring?
No, it's not. Actually, I have a pretty decent Muay Thai background where I'm used to it, but I never felt comfortable in rings because of the canvas. It's like slippery, you know, so I never felt really good about it, but I made sure that they wet my corner real good. I got some traction on my feet. But I fought down in Tampa in 2009 in a Muay Thai fight, and I felt really comfortable there. And I've been training in the ring. So every Tuesday and Thursday, that's my Muay Thai days where I train. It's always in the ring. So when I found out this was in the ring, I was like, you know, it's just like training, you know. So it's just like I just envisioned the guy holding pads in front of me, except when instead of hitting pads, I was allowed to hit him.
Now this was a first-round matchup for you. When they said that you were going to be in the tournament, what did you think?
I thought it was a really cool opportunity. You know, it's I've never been in a tournament over a period of time. I've been in tournaments where it was one-day thing, you know, and I've won those before. So I was like, oh, a tournament that's over months. I was like, yeah, whatever, you know. It wasn't even about finishing the fight, you know, but it is about you don't want to get too banged up because I have about a week off, maybe 2 weeks off, and then I got to go back into training again, you know. And you got to keep that diet on track. So the weight cut and weight loss is the hardest part. But it's really cool, man. You know, if I win these 2 fights and I win the whole thing, they put me in the M1 Global, which I go to go overseas. And I heard there's a rumor that I'll get a undercard fight on one of the Strikeforce fights, which is nice, you know.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity.
Yeah, good opportunity.
Now you're going to be on the August 7th show, I guess.
Yep.
Do you know who your opponent's going to be yet, or is that?
All I heard was it's a guy from Bomb Squad, so I don't know who that is. I should get a name before I lose tonight. So, but I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Now with this kind of short turnover, with just about a month to prepare, how do you go into training for this? Are you going to worry about scouting your opponent? Or
like I've been sticking to kind of like a the same type of plan as far as getting ready for fighters. When I was an amateur, I had a really good amateur record, and I never ever found any videos on anybody because as an amateur, no one ever had videos, and I did really well. I think I'm a better fighter off instinct. I'll look at the record, I'll look at who they fought, and I'll see who they fought, and I'll see how they won, I'll see how they lost, and I get an idea of what type of fighter they are. And I might watch a clip, but I won't watch whole fights or anything like that because sometimes I'll overplay it in my head. I knew this guy was wild. I knew who he fought. I knew he fought a bunch of guys that actually fought guys that were much better, you know. So I was like, okay, he's fought some very experienced guys. But I think that if I go out there and I have a game plan and I stick to the game plan, that I do much better that way because I'm very, very good off instincts. You know, like I fight better off instincts rather than looking for him to do something. You know, like when I fought Leonardo Picagna, I knew he was going to try and take me down. I knew it, and I was waiting for it the whole time. You know, and it played into my head. If I would have just not watched video on him and went out and did my thing, it probably would have been a different fight. You know?
Now, the first time we talked back in January, you said you wanted to kind of front load this year with some fights so you could go on vacation.
Yeah.
You just talked about where are you going to go?
Yeah, well, you know, I was just taking like a family vacation in July or in August after this fight. I was just going to take a family vacation in Wisconsin, where my family was from, and then I'm getting ready to go into Ireland next spring. So get some fights and save some money. Go on an Irish vacation.
Hope we don't see you back. We know you got caught up in the club somewhere.
Yeah.
Aaron Meisner, thank you again. Good luck in the rest of the M1 tournament.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Mid-Atlantic MMA. If you don't know, you better know.